guys, welcome back to HBTG, History Behind the Games. I'm your host Eric, the Lone Pine Wolfman, and I'm going to be doing something different today. I'm going to be doing a multi-part episode on the newly released Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now, first of all, the game follows Henry of Skalitz and his journey of revenge and survival in late Middle Age Bohemia, today's Czech Republic. Now true, this game even writes down a lot of the history for you, but most people might be too busy playing the game than to actually read it. Now, if you're like me and been following this game for the last 4 years, following its development from Kickstarter to full-fledged game, you're going to be really excited and already know some of the things I'm going to be talking about today. If you're not one of those people and just hearing about the game now, I hope this inspires you to at least take a look at it and to pick up a book on medieval history.
So, did you succeed?
I didn't. Fucking waste of time.
Well, they're talking about the water carrying again, but Henry is in charge this time, so maybe it'll turn out better.
And where can I find him?
Holy Roman for Roman Catholic, Empire to compare it to Rome. Formed just over 600 years from Henry's time in the game, the Holy Roman Empire was created by Charlemagne, better known as the Father of Europe. Since the fall of Rome, it formed the largest expanse of lands controlled by one person, so the Pope naturally just crowned Charlemagne emperor in the year 800 CE. A powerhouse in Europe for the next 1,000 years, the HRE ruled many different peoples and principalities. Thus, its legal system for choosing the rulers slowly went from being hereditary, like other kingdoms in Europe, to letting the leading noble families, also known as the electors, choose the next emperor. Fast forward to Henry's time, and being elected and establishing influence and power were King Sigismund's goals from the outset of the game. Not many documentaries or media focus on the Holy Roman Empire, so it's actually refreshing to have a game set within it for once.
I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king, because your Wenceslas would not go to their diets even.
If you live in Europe and had a decent education, you probably would have heard of the Kingdom of Bohemia. If you live in the US or someplace else, the only time you probably would have heard Bohemia was in the title Bohemian Rhapsody. The kingdom was growing in importance by the early 1200s and was often exempt from having to follow many of the rules other kingdoms within the empire had to follow. The city of Prague even eventually became the main seat where the emperors themselves would stay. The villages in the game, their names and all, are all real places you can visit. Skalitz, for example, Henry's hometown, was a real village. And just like in the game, spoiler alert, the town was burned down to a crisp by Sigismund's army. The game goes into incredible detail to show off the landscape, which is beautiful and extremely immersive in my opinion.
Find a horse! Ride to town, Merc! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee! Be honoured. Pechstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh?
Well, one of the images that comes to mind when people hear the term Middle Ages is the castle. Always in battle, battering rams at the gates, and soldiers fighting on the walls, it's an exciting image and one that Hollywood loves. Now, while sieges and battles did happen for and around castles, the castle itself was used more as a symbol than just for anything military. It was a shelter for peasants and others in times of war, but in times of peace, it was downtown. If you were like Henry, the castle would be a place to bring your civil complaints, like say you sold somebody an axe and it broke and the customer wanted their money back. The lord of the castle would then have to listen and judge and decide who was correct. But also the nobility who lived there would hire contractors to build their castles to show off to others, same as people do with their own houses today. And it would take around 10 to 15 years to build on average.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robber?
Sir Ansig! What a relief.
Well, that was part 1 of my Kingdom Come Deliverance miniseries. Be sure to tune in next week or so for the next video. And if you guys liked it, and would like to learn more about history in video games, please click the like button and subscribe. This is Eric the Lone Pine Wolfman, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you again so much for watching.